Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here talking to people that are really making a difference. I'm talking about the Canadian Career College System. These folks are embedded in our communities across this great country of ours. This conference here is a National Association of Career Colleges, amalgamated with Career Colleges Ontario. Everybody in that room sharing ideas, suppliers, talking to people, the entire ecosystem growing and getting better in the moment, and that's exactly what we like to see. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
Hi, my name is Cindy Lidster, and I'm the president of the Atlantic College of Applied Health Sciences, based out of Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Tell me about that college.
Myself and three other professors at the University of Windsor, or University of New Brunswick, we had a look at the healthcare system, and we felt that the future of nursing was going to be primarily delivered to the hands of personal support workers. And we also felt that the future of education was going to be delivered primarily through distance-based learning. So in 2014, we'd opened up the school. We started off with personal support worker program. And then when the pandemic hit, that was a bit of a silver lining for us, because up until then, online learning wasn't really seen as responsible or credible. Mm-hmm. So that's what we started. We do primarily healthcare fields, and we love the NACC. And before we did everything, before we started taking students, we came up to the NACC conference in 2018 in Ottawa. And it was through an event like this where they had vendors and we asked questions. We talked to NACC members for support. How do we do this? What should we know? What should we be aware of? And who are some people that you would recommend to us that we can trust and would be good allies? So they were instrumental.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is so perfect, right? It all came out of conversations like this where you got stronger and better. What's the student population look like now? How many people are you putting through annually?
Our goal is to put through 100 students through all the different programs. And as of Monday, we were up to 107. So our target is 100, just so that we don't have to change the infrastructures and hire more people. We do things a little bit different than some of the other colleges and universities. Their focus typically is they'll talk to one student at a time, do an intake, talk to their parents, answer their questions, and then at the end, the best outcome is that student enrolls, or that lead enrolls. We work with employers. We do a lot of work integrated learning. So our customers are primarily a healthcare facility or a long-term care facility that want their staff to be certified either as a personal support worker or as an advanced nursing foot care provider. And they'll come to us, they'll get funding through the government. They'll also put some money into the education. And so our primary source is these facilities, and
right.
Having relationships with them and just ongoing doing their staff.
Right. Which means, of course, that as soon as a person graduates, they probably are going right to work.
Well, they're already working.
They're already working?
Yep, they're already working there, so they're already invested. So when people ask us, what's the employment rate for our grads, we say, about 110%. So,
wow.
That's good.
So that's great. So this is in the context of a career, this is relatively new for you,
yeah.
In terms of it's not been that many years. How are you enjoying this type of work in this career college system?
It's joy. Pure joy.
Yeah.
We got designated for international students last year. So we thought, ooh, we're in the big time now, and we're going to be a multi-million-dollar company. But then never mind with all the change with IRCC. But it's a different vibe. It's a different culture trying to market, recruit, and provide the things that these students need. So we've kind of pulled back from that a little bit. It doesn't bring us quite as much joy as it does for people that are in our community, in our province. We've had a few people in Newfoundland, Gander, and Prince Edward Island, and Ontario that we are now providing education to, and that fills our cup. And also something we do a little different is we tell everybody that there's a lot of good schools out there, there's a lot of good programs. In our programs, we didn't invent what you need to know or need to be able to do. But with our students, we love them and we want them to feel loved. I know that might be extreme, but we do.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we can do differently, is to make them really feel cared about. And I do get that feedback, and it's joy.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, there's lots of people in this room that are making a difference to Canadians, and you're one of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.